Joshua Oigara, CEO of KCB Bank. Well done.
Thank you.
On the first.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can I just go through those numbers? Yes. So profit before tax up 16%. Profit after tax, I think, was up a bit more than that.
Yes.
Joshua, how would you characterize these results? I saw quite a big increase in the asset size.
Correct.
Yes.
I mean, I would say largely what we want to do now, and I'm very excited about what our business delivering every day and every week, every month on our strategy, which we set up a year ago. But where we've seen a lot of focus is growth in assets portfolio and across all sectors, Alican, whether it's on mining sector today, transportation sector, telecommunications. We will look at areas like, we feel new now on oil and gas, which were not there before. We still see more demand on conference tourism facilities today in Kenya and different sectors in the region.
Yes.
And we've seen a lot of momentum in the last quarter, Q2, which was not the same as quarter one. So when we go forward in the next few months...
Because you painted quite an optimistic picture about the second half.
Exactly. So we are up 30 billion.
Yes.
If you look at it last year, 15 billion of that in the last quarter alone. So that's a significant push, which was equivalent to what we grew at the previous year. So there is more demand for credit. And I think, in my view, Alican, the more we continue working and partnering with communities and like-minded organizations to deliver the vision that we have for transforming the country, the more we can grow and articulate. And this is one item in terms of the loan growth. We've also seen a huge area for transactions for the bank. I think using technology today for our business, Alican, so talk about NFC or near-field communication as one technology, looking at EMV, which we have migrated into, looking at our agents. What excites me is up to 54% of our transactions today are running outside our branches.
Wow.
That's massive. Of that, 30% is mobile. Yes. And this is even before our new Biashara Smart partnership with Safaricom, targeted on small businesses.
You were talking about 1 million SMEs.
Exactly. So that 1 million, if you look at the loan portfolio, is around providing a short working capital cycle for 1 day, for 1 week, for 1 month.
Is that the gap? Because I heard you describe it as the velocity.
Exactly. This is what we need today. It's not the long range plan for 5 years. It is more about the short, quick and nimble. How do you run? It's almost like your stock in trade.
Yes.
How do you provide that cash when you require it in the market today? That for me is exciting. So we've seen that growth. And dramatically, of course, we've also seen a huge improvement, Alican, on our portfolio for loan lending in our market. And therefore, those three, so lending growth, we've looked at Alican issues about our non-funded income. I don't say
Other
much.
income was up huge, I saw.
Income was huge because we're putting up new businesses now. We talk about our insurance business. This Alican is perhaps 500 million shilling profit business in 1 year.
Wow.
It was zero.
It was
zero in 2013.
And you're excited by that?
I am absolutely excited today. And we like to a little bit expand our presence in that sector, so a little bit more catalytic. So if you look at today, 50 of our branches are selling bank assurance. By the end of the year, we'll have 100 branches selling a bank assurance product. So
the product suite, you're extending that?
Exactly. So we do medical products, we do kind of healthcare product, we do some kind of normal cover, general part, everything else you need. So we have a sort of 15 products which we said we can be able to deliver for our customers in the market. And I believe it is a re-entry for us into the insurance sector.
Joshua, quick point, last year you had a charge in the first quarter. Was it the first quarter?
Yes, first quarter, yes.
So when we're comparing it, we should bear in mind that charge was about 1 billion shillings.
1 billion shillings, yes. We had 1 billion shillings. So in the first quarter, we grew at almost 30%.
Yes.
But I said if you remove that kind of charge, which you had for the early retirement, we were around about at 15% growth, if you removed it.
Yes.
Now, it's not there in the second quarter, so we are around about growing on our target for this year. So, kind of roundabout figures, we were growing at 15%.
Yes.
We delivered 16%. I think there's more space in the second half to deliver much more. If you look at what exciting is we are growing at 22%.
Do you see that better second half on loan expansion?
Exactly.
You're going to because there's a bit of margin compression now.
Margin compression, yes. And we likely to see, for us, it's not growing our net interest margin that is the strategy. It's growing our portfolio of assets to access more, to reach more, to deliver more value for our customers in the market. So, and I said much earlier, Alican, with you on Saturday, I think in the coming months, we should see a little bit more change on rates, for instance, on mortgage side of the
Yes,
market.
you are very bullish about that. John.
So we are at 12.9.
Yes.
10% is not far away
Yes.
from where we are today. And largely because we can be able to deliver. When you talk about long-term assets, your yield and returns are definitely more valuable at a lower rate. And if we can deliver dignity to all our Kenyans by enabling them to have homes,
Yes.
then we'll be in a better position to start springboard for real
Can I
transformation.
go back to that because you said something else? You said you want to deliver 1 million mortgages into this market.
Exactly.
Is that feasible?
In our market, it won't be done by just us alone. To be working with us with partners in the market, those who can develop, who can construct, who can deliver results, finding partners. When I look at what you're doing today with our investment advisory and the kind of calls and contacts you have received, we have customers who want to do 10,000 units at one go. I'm not aware of any single project in Kenya today.
What would be the biggest project we've seen so far?
5,000
So double the biggest.
over 10 years. Over 10 years. This is 10,000 in 3 years. I mean, this is mind-boggling in terms of the change. But I think sustainably, and we're working with our county government, I think you can do that in Nairobi, you can do that in Mombasa, you can do that in Nakuru, in Kisumu.
Yes.
So you're creating cities within cities in our country. And so for me, it's an exciting space. We've seen huge performance for our growth. We have to watch out the insurance business because that's
Yes.
very exciting for me when I look at the last...
And that's a bank assurance model,
It's
Joshua?
for now, it remains a bank insurance model
Yes.
for now. But I believe that as we go forward, Alican is going to go beyond bank insurance.
Can I go now to geography? You know, you're in each of the East African community. You made some very interesting comments, which I liked about saying, you know, Africa is our DNA, therefore we understand Africa better. So, and clearly that's what you're saying. Because of that understanding, we're dealing with South Sudan in a more 7.1% of profit before tax. So still, it's a material part of the business. You've opened 2 more branches. That seems quite incredible. How would you characterize the region, the international business?
Let me say that South Sudan has not grown as fast as we wanted. But knowing that we had a major scare last year, I think is a solid performance. For me, 7% contribution. I mean, our target was 9%, so it's now at 7%. And my belief is that how we continue to have a long-term support. Of course, at the end of the day, our day-to-day customers want to run a business. They want to have a better life. They want to have their families running. That is really at the epicenter of our people in the region, and we understand that.
Yes.
So we've seen that. We went out to Sudan. I remember when it was a wartime.
Yes.
2006.
Yes.
There was no nation at that time. There was no government at that time, and we are very confident that the issue will be resolved. And then I think, when I said earlier that we received a formal government delegation from Jonglei State to say, can you set up your branch again?
Bor is in Jonglei
exactly,
State,
exactly.
right?
So
Yes.
Bor, where we are the biggest losses, say no, we have to start afresh.
Yes.
There is already a bank which has set up in Bor in the last 2 months. There's already a local bank in South Sudan. So it just tells you about the resilience that we can have in our markets. And I think that expertise, Bharat, Alican, I'll tell you something. It's like Mpeketoni, for instance. We had a branch in Mpeketoni.
Yes.
We are reopening our branch next week.
You are?
Yes. So it's
Well
this kind
done.
of issue that you're able to run and support our businesses.
And do you think this sort of volatility we're seeing in like Peketoni, and is that something, it's part of the business, you've just got to deal with it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, we are looking at 268 branches. So we have 1 or 2 or 3 are not working. I think in our business, we have that kind of fluidity
Yes.
to be able to adjust our kind of business process. And lastly for me is to say, can we as a business be at the heart of transforming our nation?
Yes.
And I go back, Alican, to Biashara Smart.
Yes.
Because if we can engage our small businessmen and women, not just in Kenya, but in the region, and get them to access communication and technology products and financial products at the same time, simultaneously, at an instant almost, you create capacity to improve their own productivity. This is the challenge of our continent today,
Yes.
productivity.
Yes.
So if we can increase that, Alican, by 10%,
Yes.
so it is, or even 20%, so
Yes.
$1 to 1.2. For 1 million, you
It's a huge wealth creation.
this is how we can lift all
You see, I was thinking what you were telling me at Mindspeak, and what I realized is that your strategy is to empower your customers to do more business, and that's going to be profitable.
My belief is that if you're enabling anyone, your customers, your partners, to do more, to be more, to deliver more,
Yes.
then you're becoming a leader.
Last question. Cost to income ratio been a challenge for a long time for KCB. I see that's now coming down. Are you happy with that trend line?
I am very excited. There's one item, I didn't talk about it today.
Yes.
it's not an issue for us now. You know, we are at 49.6.
Yes.
This is the best it can get. When I look at the market, the size of the infrastructure we're running, we had at 63%.
Yes.
Our role is to grow the top line, is to grow our business, is to build income. That's why we're also putting more investments on technology. We have a $20 million project to enhance our core banking system this year, to have more services, more delivery, bring in NFC, bring in agency, bring in mobile, which are already there, but enhance the level of service delivery to more agile. So for me, I think it's been a great story. It means that we can also deliver our commitments. I promised 50% by 2014.
That's right, I remember.
We are at 49.6 in June.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think a lot has happened in our business. So we are as efficient as you can get.
Yes.
So the biggest challenge in our business to run in the next race is about connecting with our customers, enhancing credit support, bringing in technology solutions for them to increase the level of income. So it's a good story for our shareholders for this year.
No, I think the share price is at a record high, Joshua. I think the share price has responded in a very positive manner as well.
Thank you very much.
I know you're in a rush, so I'm going to let you get on.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Joshua.
All the best. Good to
Thank
host
you.
you. All the best. Thank you very much, Alikan.